Hard work used to mean something. If you worked longer hours, if you stayed disciplined, if you followed the rules, life slowly became easier. That promise no longer feels real. Today, people work harder than ever, yet feel more tired, more stressed, and less secure. Something doesn't add up. Bills keep rising. Pressure keeps increasing. But effort feels useless. And the most confusing part, nothing is obviously wrong. You have a job. You're responsible. You're doing what you were told to do. Yet, the feeling remains. Every year takes more energy and gives less freedom. This creates a quiet frustration. People start blaming themselves. They think they're not trying hard enough, not disciplined enough, not focused enough. But the problem isn't effort. The rules quietly changed. Hard work still matters, but it no longer guarantees progress. It only guarantees survival. People trade more time for the same stability, more stress for the same lifestyle, more effort for the same results. And because this change happened slowly, almost no one noticed it. They kept running on a path that stopped moving forward. This is why burnout is everywhere. This is why people feel stuck, even when they're doing well. Once you understand what actually changed, everything starts to make sense. And when things finally make sense, you stop wasting energy in the wrong direction. The biggest mistake people make is assuming the system still rewards effort fairly. It doesn't. Today, effort and reward are disconnected. You can work harder and still move nowhere, because effort now flows into systems designed to extract value, not return it. Think about this. More work means more income. More income means higher taxes, higher costs, higher expectations. The extra effort disappears before it ever creates freedom. This is why people feel stuck, even when they are doing well. They are climbing, but the ladder is moving down. The system rewards consistency, not progress. As long as you keep showing up, it functions, but it doesn't reward you for wanting more control. People respond by pushing harder. They sacrifice rest. They sacrifice health. They sacrifice time. But sacrifice without direction only creates exhaustion. This is why motivation doesn't last. You can't stay motivated forever inside a system that drains you. At some point, your energy runs out. And when energy runs out, clarity disappears. This is where most people fail. Not because they are weak, but because they never step back to question the structure they are inside. Hard work still matters, but without leverage, hard work becomes a trap. Understanding this is the first step toward changing direction, because once you see the trap clearly, you stop blaming yourself and start looking for better paths. Here's where most people get confused. They believe the answer is to earn more, a better job, a higher position, more responsibility. At first, it feels like progress. But soon, the pressure returns. Because higher income usually brings higher dependency. More expectations, more commitments, less freedom. People don't notice that their life becomes more expensive before it becomes more secure. This is called lifestyle expansion. It happens quietly. A slightly better house, a slightly better car, a slightly better lifestyle. Nothing extreme, nothing reckless. Yet every upgrade demands more from the future. More work, more stability, more obedience to the system. This is why people with high salaries often feel the most trapped. They can't slow down. They can't experiment. They can't step away. Their income looks strong, but their options are weak. Freedom doesn't disappear suddenly. It fades slowly, one safe decision at a time. And the more people depend on comfort, the harder it becomes to question it. This is why advice like just work harder no longer works. Hard work without control only deepens the trap. The real problem isn't income level. It's how fragile the income structure is. And until that structure changes, nothing else truly improves. So, what actually creates freedom in a system like this? It's not more effort, it's leverage. Leverage means getting results without trading more time. Most people live with only one form of leverage: their labor. If they stop working, income stops. People who escape this trap slowly build leverage outside their job. They create assets. They build skills that scale. This doesn't happen by quitting everything. It happens by reallocating time. Less time on consumption, more time on creation. Instead of spending every extra dollar, they invest it. Instead of upgrading lifestyle, they upgrade capability. This shift feels uncomfortable at first, because progress is invisible. No applause, no instant rewards. But quietly, options begin to appear. Income becomes flexible. Decisions become calmer. Pressure reduces. This is the moment where effort finally starts to work again. Not because effort increased, but because direction changed. Leverage turns hard work into lasting progress. Without it, hard work only maintains survival. Once people understand this difference, they stop feeling lost. They stop running harder. They start building smarter. The hardest part of this journey is not learning what to do. It's staying consistent when nothing seems to change. Most people quit at this stage. They try something new. They invest time. They sacrifice comfort. But when results don't show quickly, they return to what feels safe. Wealth is not built by intensity. It's built by repetition. Small actions done consistently create results that look sudden later. People who escape the system don't chase motivation. They design routines. Routines remove emotion. They remove doubt. They remove daily decision fatigue. Instead of asking every day, "What should I do now?" they follow a simple structure. This is why progress feels boring before it feels exciting. There is no drama, no urgency, just quiet movement forward. While others react to pressure, they stick to the plan. And over time, this consistency compounds. What felt invisible starts to feel undeniable. This is the phase where people finally understand. Freedom is not a moment. It's a process. And once the process is in place, progress becomes predictable. At some point, everything becomes clear. The problem was never a lack of effort. It was following rules that no longer lead anywhere. People were taught to chase stability first. But stability without control creates dependence. Real freedom begins when control returns. Control over time. Control over decisions. Control over pressure. This doesn't mean quitting everything. It means choosing direction carefully. Building leverage instead of stress. Systems instead of sacrifice. Progress instead of panic. Those who escape don't suddenly become fearless. They become prepared. They reduce fragility. They create options. They stop needing permission to move. That's why freedom feels calm, not loud. No rush, no desperation, just clarity. Once clarity appears, money stops being confusing. It stops controlling emotions. It stops dictating choices. And life becomes flexible again. This is the shift most people never make. Not because it's impossible, but because it's quiet. and quiet changes are easy to ignore. Until one day, they change everything.